Hey there folks, this is Josh, Stoney Ridge Farmer. Welcome back to the farm. It's another beautiful day here in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains, and we've got Frank on the loader. He's pushing up a pile of debris. We've done a lot of work. Check it out. Huge piece of land we've been clearing. So come along today as we give you a little bit of an update, and we'll talk you through the process, step by step, what we did and how we're doing all this, and how we're saving topsoil by our future plans here in the next 2 years. So come along, let's have some fun. Woo!
I ain't afraid of work, I ain't afraid of play, I ain't afraid to get the job done and do it my own damn way. I ain't afraid of life, times like this. If you mess with my freedom, I'll tell you just what you can kiss. That's right.
Okay guys, if this is your first time in the Stoney Ridge Farm channel, welcome to the channel. We're building a farm. We're building a 150-acre farm here in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Carolina, and you're following our journey here. So where we are right now, there is a section of bottomland, and you can see this is kind of a low area. It's a little bit of a flood plain. That's the first spot that we started clearing. We had to have an excavator in order to do that. Frank is on a Caterpillar 953 loader, which is good for pushing and good for moving dirt. We decided that we didn't need bulldozers, most of all because Frank doesn't run a bulldozer. Frank runs a loader, so we rented the excavator. We came in, we pulled stumps out of the wet areas, like this wet area right here, and you can see some gray soil. That's some really wet clay soil. Frank will come in and back drag and dress all this up, and then we'll come back with the TR3 rake and we'll clean this all up again. And you can see pine trees sporadically placed throughout here. This is going to be cow pasture, okay? So this cow pasture right here will have shade trees. Those pine trees will grow up over the next 3 years or so, and we'll have plenty of shade trees. This is a windrow of debris. What we're doing with our debris is we're gonna leave it here for 3 years. What that's gonna do is allow all the tiny sticks and twigs to compost and rot and make more topsoil. Then we'll come back in with the excavator, we'll pick through all this stuff, we'll take out the woody debris, we'll burn the woody debris and make biochar and spread that out on the land, and we'll bury and or smooth over all of the dirt and the new topsoil that we've created here by building these windrows. And this thing is huge. You'll see by the drone footage, it is absolutely huge. So this is probably a 1/4 mile long, 12-foot high, 15-foot wide pile of brush and stumps and debris. So that's what that is, and that will make awesome compost over the next few years. Basically from this point you're gonna see the drone fly over the next section that we're gonna do. From this point Frank has to dress it up, then I'll come in again with the tractor and the landscape rake and the TR3 rake and grass seed, and we'll seed all this stuff and get it ready for pasture. Now you might be wondering why we're not burying the debris or not burning the debris right now. Well, it's all stumps. So the first step we made here was we cut the timber on this property about 4 years ago, something like that. Then we let the timber rot, the stumps rot basically. We cut the timber, sold it, used the money from the timber to clear the land. Was it enough? No, not nearly enough. So we probably have somewhere in the neighborhood of $25,000 in this 22-acre pasture. So we cut the timber and we waited several years, and that's what it looked like. Just weeds and a little bit of stump growth, okay? And this is what it looks like once I go through with the excavator and flip out all the stumps. So you can see that. Now Frank will come in behind me, roll these stumps into a pile that we can burn. And we also have all the woody debris in this field. So we're across the way. This is a 5-acre field, and you'll get a good drone shot of all this. But this field right here was something that we cleared completely and piled all the dirt up into windrows and all the debris up into windrows, and that debris composted over the last 6 months or so, and we have basically little stumps. So these stump balls that you see right here are recently plucked out. They turn into a little stump ball. Well, here's one right here, kind of similar to that. So the whole bottom of the root system rotted out on that stump ball. So we'll push all that stuff up and we'll burn that. And again, this is about a 5-acre section. It's not all the way done yet, but it will be done. Frank has to come in and back drag it and push up the burn piles. So on this section of land here, again, cut over section of land here, we were gonna replant in pine trees, the loblolly pines. That's what you see right here. They're probably about 10 feet high right now. We replanted this whole area in loblolly pine trees. It wasn't very expensive. We had it done, and if we wanted to keep it in timber, we could keep it in timber, but we decided that we would be better to clear it and raise our cattle on here, because we can make a little bit more money on the farm by raising livestock on this land than we could by harvesting the trees in 35 years. So it's cool, it's awesome. Come along, let's toss the drone up and have some fun. Well guys, check out the progress. Awesome. The place looks great. We are both broke down. Both of us are totally broke down right now. So Frank's loader, the water pump went bad in Frank's loader. He's got it opened up. I'll show you where that is real quick. So this is the big Cat 6-cylinder, and right down in there is the water pump. Water was squirting out the weep hole, so that went bad. It gave him a little symptom yesterday, and he saw his volt light come on and off, and what happened was it was spraying out onto the belts, and a hose just broke on the rental unit down there. So both machines are down. I get a lot of comments from folks saying, Josh, you should just buy a Cat loader, or Josh, you should just buy a good used excavator. Well, if I buy this equipment, I got to keep it up, and you're not going to find a good used machine like this that isn't going to break. I mean, this stuff gets beat up, it gets worked really, really hard, and that's why I don't own it. I rent it or I hire it. I'm not going to buy this equipment and try to maintain it and keep it up myself. It's just too much work, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the video today. Guys, be sure you pound that like button, subscribe to the channel. Come on back and see us. We're going to take this pasture. This is going to be pasture. We're going to take this. We're going to smooth it out. We're going to throw down grass seed, either drill down grass seed with our Woods Precision Super Seeder, or we'll broadcast it. And all of this in 3 weeks will be luscious and green and awesome. Cool. See you next time. Woo!
Well, come on down to the Stoney Ridge, bring your wife and bring your